Hi guys, hope you're okay. This is Daniel. So this video is going to be slightly different because I actually want to talk about a film I watched recently which was called Dune. This was the Denis Villinueve adaptation by Frank Herbert's famous novel. I never actually read the novel, but essentially I've just become really obsessed with the film since I watched it on the IMAX of the weekend. It is a visual masterpiece that is effectively just a really epic piece of cinema that has completely captivated my imagination, especially in a situation where we live in a world full of remakes and maybe regurgitated titles that have completely taken away from the essence of what I really feel that cinema is truly about. And again, it feels really weird to be talking about this because it's a very different, stark contrast to things I normally talk about on this channel. But at the same time, I think when you've been really influenced and moved by a piece of art to the extent that it forces you to look at lots of videos and to try and get a really strong sense of the law and to really understand how other people have perceived this work is a really masterful, powerful thing because, again, we live in a world that is very vacuous. There's a lot of regurgitated information that doesn't necessarily resonate with what it really means to be a true creator when it comes to delving deep into actually tapping into new sensations that can be conveyed to people in a way that they can truly and utterly get to experience life in a different perspective, and just realizing that we have the capacity to create great things that go beyond our scope of limited understanding. And for me, I think it's just the philosophy of that is not lost on me because I think when it comes to general storytelling and just having that passion for story, I really resonate with a lot of Eastern stories and things like anime and manga. Again, things that I don't really tend to talk about on here, but they are passions nonetheless. And I think that, just sharing this state of consciousness that I've kind of found myself in um, has actually given me a sense of passion that I really feel like I'm able to try and convey, because at the same time, it's actually caused me to delve into wanting to buy the book, which I purchased today, because I feel that when you are, really inspired by something, it can trigger something within you that causes a spark of ignition that makes you want to actually engage in life in a different way. And I think that having felt so nihilistic about so many things over the last few weeks and months, maybe with the whole lockdown situation, because I think that that was a really big influence on the fact that we were just caught up in a bit of a cycle of nothingness, really, where nothing seemed to really matter, nothing really seemed to change. And, in the previous video, I mentioned having coronavirus, and maybe that's changed my perspective on things somewhat too, in the sense that I feel like I've had a new lease of life in a way. It's almost like going through a resurrection of sorts where you feel yourself on the precipice of death, literally, and then you kind of come back to life, but then you're given this information, you're given this exposure to something that gives you a complete rejuvenation of your sense of what it means to be a human being. And I think that's a really powerful thing. We can get that from many different things, and I feel that art in particular is a really great medium to actually, interpret life and to really, really recognize just how important it is to, experience it in its full capacity. So this is a bit of a crazy rant. I mean, I know I'm talking quite randomly about a lot of things and it sounds really nebulous. I mean, I'm really tired at the moment too because, again, coronavirus is still in my system. It's still having an impact. It's still making me feel sleepy. But I just wanted to really share my general, very general thoughts about what it means to be inspired by something and how to use that inspiration to hopefully inspire other people too. Maybe by this video, I don't know. You could just see this is the raving rantings of a person who is just completely off the deep end. But at the same time, I just felt really compelled to share these thoughts because I guess, if you're just talking about conveying passion, then maybe that will come through, and it's just a random video. So it's a bit of a freestyle. So here it is. I'm not going to apologize for it anymore, but I just thought I'd share these thoughts. And thank you for watching this video. Thank you for listening to the rantings of a very inspired person who is also quite sleepy. But yeah, if it resonates, leave me a message, leave me a comment. If it doesn't, feel free to do the same, and hopefully speak to you soon. All right, thank you, take care, goodbye.